ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
That's the, go back. Go back to the ankle. Reach to the head. Sweep. Yes. Yes. Straight. Get back. Yeah, that's right. Sweep. And pull. And spin. And roll forward, step back. 1, 2, 3, careful. Small circles and forward, back, pull back, step forward. Yep, pull in, strike, and then circle, circle the other way. 1, 2, and 3. Pull in, strike. Shoot. Sweep. Pull it back all the way too far, like really big, yep. And then you're gonna tumble with the staff. Turn, step right foot, turn and step the left foot, and drag it down. Plant the staff, and jump, plant the staff. Switch your feet and strike up. Switch your feet and scoop strike. Scoop up. Boom. Roll and put it away. It should be pointed over your left shoulder. Almost. So roll and put it away like you would a normal staff. Let's straighten your arm. You see it? Yeah. Grab it over your left shoulder. Slide back to a cat stance. Switch your feet, Jillian. You had it right the first time. There you go. Yep. And feet together.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's how we did that. All right. Let's do it again.
Yes, sir.
We're not going to do the whole thing. We're going to do the new stuff.
Yes, sir.
Unless anyone has questions over stuff we already did.
I have one question.
Yes.
So, at the beginning, after we do the helicopter, whatever you want to call it, and strike, there's there's a hop,
Yes.
and then strike,
Yes.
and then I thought there was like a single leg, like where you come up. So there's two hops there. There's like one with the two where you land, and then there's the where you come up and then turn. So there's
Right.
okay, because I thought there was only just the one with the single. I
Oh,
didn't realize there was
yeah.
another hop in there.
Yeah, and that happens like, so that happens this way.
Right.
In the beginning.
Yes.
So yeah, the only reason that other one happens is because we just came from this one. So we kind of jump out of it, jump,
Oh, I see.
and that gets us up from off the ground.
Gotcha.
Yep. Any other questions? That's a good question. All right, so the new stuff, do y'all want to start at the rows? Is that cool, or y'all want to go? Okay, so let's go from the rows. Let's start from here. And we're gonna roll first, roll, so excuse me. We're gonna roll forward, and we're gonna step back. Left foot first. 1, 2. All right. 1, 2. 1, 2. Pull in and slap the water. Then we're gonna go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Pull in and slap the water. Shoot. Pull. Turn. Step. Right foot. Left foot. Drag. Plant. Lift and plant. Tuck. Switch the feet. And scoop.
sir.
Nice. That feel all right?
Yes, sir.
Any questions on that? All right. Give it a try. Just go back a little, start further back than you feel you need to. Start at the edge of the mat, and then come forward like not everyone, just Willow, because she's back there. Because we're gonna step, you're gonna travel this way. Okay.
I have to go up.
Definitely. This is your practice space. And Sophie, this is your practice. On Sunday, man. Monday. Practice whichever part you want. If you need to practice on different, I'll just start here, so we can practice this. Okay. Small circle, small steps, just because, you don't want to run into each other. Sure. From here. Where Jacqueline's going. Yeah. Yeah, you plan it.
So you're just doing this?
Oh, that one?
Okay.
Hold that, yeah. Hold that.
Okay.
Turn. Step.
Which part of here? After you slide the water.
There's like a little tiny step here.
Water, and you strike.
And then you come back.
Hold, now you're gonna turn, step right foot. and then
It looks
step
weird.
back and slide
First time you see this, like, it looks.
And then you're gonna shift up and plant the back, plant, then lift, jump, and plant. Now, what we're doing is you're sticking the staff, sticking it, yeah, and then switch the feet, up in, and you're gonna scoop this, scoop strike again. And then put it away, roll. And grab, and lift. Yep. Small circle, small step. In, slap, yes,
I'm only a
yes.
little.
Strike, push, spear, pull back, turn. Yep, start to drop the, turn, drag. Alright, then shift up and plant, down, plant, switch the feet, and strike, scoop, strike. And then just roll over, oh, sorry, no, switch, then roll it, put it away. Grab, and, yeah. You're good. Yes, ma'am.
Can you help me?
Sure. Let's see what you got. Almost. So when you do it, you kind of do it like push the flower with the sleeve. So like if you're doing push the flower with the sleeve, you have a snap. So push the flower with the sleeve. If I was somebody punching me here and I wanted to push it this way, I'll push their fist away from my face and snap. So the same thing when you do a snap. You want to push, step back. So it's going to circle forward as you step back. So we're going to step back to the left first as you push and then correct. And then push, correct, push, correct. And now you're going to go the other way. You're going to go forward one, the other way. So you want to be blocking the face as you step forward. So block and step. Try it again. Block your face. So block up. Yeah. So block up like that. So block and step forward. Boom. And then maybe. And then circle again. Block and step. Yep. And then one more time. Block.
That's how Mr. Good show.
Yes,
That
it's
helps.
easy, right?
Once you know when
It's
the,
easy.
which way it's going.
No, wait for this.
Yeah, I heard that.
Have y'all seen the little thing about
Yes.
this? It's easy.
You're gonna be saying that forever. Okay, Dave.
Dave.
Any questions? Any questions?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
On the little circles,
Uh-huh.
so the front hand is more of a stabilizer, the motion should be coming from the back hand.
Yeah, the front hand will do a little bit. I just wanted y'all to get used to doing more work with the back hand than the front.
Yes, sir.
Because the front hand, the back hand just does a lot of work.
Yes, sir.
Because it gives that illusion.
most people, especially used to sword play and stuff like that, they're watching the front hand. And so they don't, if the hand is doing something different, this hand is what's determining what's going on. So they're like, oh, what is he about to do? Because they think he's gonna do this. And it's like, no eyes, it keeps coming. You see what I'm saying? So,
Yes, sir.
and when this, it's very difficult for the eyes to perceive this to that. So by that time, they've got distracted.
Yes, sir.
Did I answer your question?
Yes, sir, you did.
Like that was long-winded, unnecessary. Anyway, dang, man, you said a lot. All right, let's do the, I'm gonna show you the ending one time and see if you have any questions after that, and then we can do it again.
Yes, sir.
A couple more times, I'll step out of the way so there's space. So I'm gonna do it this direction. Let's see. Rows here. And we're gonna go back. 1, 2, 3, pull, pop, pop. 1, 2, 3, pull, pop, shoot. Strike. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so there's the part, the sliding of the hand, watch. Like, I kinda did the axe thing just backwards, right? So we slide the hand for that momentum, same thing here. I just did all that, so I'm gonna, there, slide it in. And then I'm gonna do this little trick, and that's to get more of this exposed past my ear. So if you have an issue getting it to where you can see it, like it's too far back, and you're like, you should be able to see it like right out of your peripheral, right? It should be right there by your, does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So, and to do that, so after you slid in the strike, pull as you start to put it away. Right, so pull it down and get it going. Boom, it's right there by the ear.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's try it.
Sir.
One time. You wanna do it right here? All right, starting at the rows. Starting at the rows. No, he's gonna rest. Starting at the rows. Rows, 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 rows. Like this. Go. Give it a try on your own. Yes. See?
Hey.
Very good. Feet together.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Next class, that looks good. Of course, now everything is polished from this point. So some of the points that I'll hit next time, if I forget, I want to tell you now while they're on my brain. I'll show you now while they're on my brain. So after we have done all the rows, boom, 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 pulling in, striking. Same way I would step out to punch with power. If you look straight ahead, my fist is lined up with my heel. Right? So that's because that's where the power comes from, so I want that. So when I do that, so your bow stance naturally should be here. It should never be on a line, right? So start breaking that habit, but you want to step out, boom, get that. So same thing is true when you do your spear, right? So if I just slap the water here, when I shoot, it'll come off weird if I'm like this. It's hard to get my hips right. So it feels like I'm kind of doing this, right? So when I step out a little bit and get a nice balance, this is nice, that feels good. Right, nice shot, now thrusted, real good, right? So from here, step out, boom, boom, and now I can shift. And some people have the question like, oh, well now I'm mis-set up for the next step, watch. So I don't have to twist a bunch, look, pivot here, come around. That's why I was telling you about your crane stepping, right? Come around, pivot. So you wanna be like you're between two walls on that point. Sink, plant, same thing. Space between the bow stands, a nice comfortable bow stand. So take that front foot and step it out. So you can be, boom, really solid. Boom, really solid. Right, so the hips is, switch, same thing, hips, square. When you put it away, the hips stay square, notice. Square. A little bit off for the hips for the cat stands, but you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. All right, so we'll focus on those next time.
Yes, sir.
Senior head instructor.
Now to first degree apprentice instructor, advanced, intermediate. Very good job.